I feel the weight you have been silently carrying. It was no accident that brought your heart to this encounter. I have prepared this moment from eternity to comfort your weary soul and confirm a truth that the world has tried to take from you. I heard the silent cry of your spirit and came to seal your peace. If this word of God is touching the deepest part of your being, comment below with your name, the country, state, and city where your soul is listening to me now, and what time it is where you are. Let your heart overflow at this moment and write in the comments, "Lord my God, I am here. I signed up because I love you and want to hear you." I invite your soul to subscribe to this blessed space, to leave your gesture of love by liking this message, and to activate the notification bell so that my voice may always find you. Stay with me until the end, for I will give a clear answer to your heart. A phrase will be whispered to your spirit in the final moment, and whoever writes that phrase will receive prophetic blessings released in faith upon their journey. Everything you have experienced seems like a storm trying to extinguish your hope. I know the darkness you silently face, and I know you doubt if there is still a safe path for your life. But the pain you feel inside does not have the power to undo what my love has already decreed. There is an eternal seal on your heart, a mark invisible to the eyes of the world, but which shines before my throne. When anguish tries to convince you that your struggle was in vain, know that I am only refining your strength. The enemy cannot touch what belongs to heaven. Let this truth embrace your heart. If your spirit feels the greatness of this confirmation, embrace this surrender as an act of faith. Share this balm with a soul that also needs rescue. Inscribe your life in this daily encounter as a response to my call for intimacy. Tell me, what is the deep fear your soul longs for me to uproot today? Write in the comments the word of your liberation. Rest. Remain attentive to my voice, because your hidden morning tears hold a celestial secret that I am about to reveal. I intimately know the long mornings when rest eludes you and the weight of worries seems to crush your chest. When the emptiness of the night amplifies your hidden pains, I am there, embracing each beat of your afflicted heart. For it is written in the book of Psalms, chapter 30, verse 5, that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. I feel the cold of those lonely hours invade your innermost being, especially when memories of the past and uncertainties try to whisper that you have been forgotten. This anguish trapped in your soul, this contained pain that no one else can understand, never goes unnoticed by my presence. Your silent weeping is precious to me and gathered with infinite love. You have been trying to be strong for an immense amount of time, bearing emotional burdens that were not designed for your structure. I perceive the profound exhaustion of your spirit, and I tell you tenderly that you no longer need to disguise your pain before me. Your vulnerability poured into my hands is the true beginning of your complete restoration. I welcome your invisible sadness because I know that behind all this continuous wear and tear, there is a firm root, a divine and eternal agreement that no tribulation on this earth has the power to uproot. There is an invincible promise pulsating within you, and it is precisely about the greatness of this unbreakable pact that I will reveal to you next. If this breath of peace calms the storms of your mind, confirm this message with a like as a spiritual sign that our hands are intertwined. Enroll your soul in this daily communion so that my comfort may reach you at every dawn. Share this relief with that heart that also suffers in the stillness of the night and desperately yearns for refuge. Tell me with the purest truth of your being, what is the anguish that you no longer have the strength to hide alone? Surrender this suffering to my divine care now, and write in the comments the word for your renewal today. Acceptance. Keep your heart open to my voice, because the seal I have placed on your life is about to change your story. The deep wounds that life has inflicted upon you do not possess the power to nullify the pact I have established with you. When your emotional ground seems to crumble and the feeling of abandonment tries to dominate your mind, I remain your constant anchor. The prophet Isaiah in chapter 54, verse 10, announces that the mountains may recede and the hills may be shaken. But my loving kindness will never depart from you, nor will the covenant of my peace be removed. I apply this celestial peace right now to the hidden cracks in your soul, healing all that the world has broken. If it is possible for you, only if it is possible, transform your gratitude into a seed of love through this channel. Consider my love and that of my son Jesus, and support using the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. There you will find the place where your contribution of love can be deposited and consecrated before the Creator of all things. You can support with any amount, and remember only what fits in your heart. I receive with love. No matter the amount, what matters is the heart with which you give, for what is little to you can be much to the one who receives. Whoever contributes any amount with a sincere heart, please remember to include your name and city with your contribution, because on the first day of the following month, in a unique and special video on our channel and page Amor Divino a Voz de Deus, Divine Love, the Voice of God, your name will be remembered and mentioned in a prayer of gratitude. For it is written in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 10. Now he who supplies seed to the sower will also supply and increase your store of seed, and will enlarge the harvest of your righteousness. Every offering made in faith is a seed before me, your Lord, and I will not fail to bear fruit. I see in secret and reward in the sight of all. Stay until the end of this message, because I still want to touch your heart with my voice. I contemplate the greatness of your heart and your pure intention to walk by my side, spreading light wherever you go. I know that sometimes when you try to offer your loving support, unexpected barriers arise, and the banking system rejects your contribution due to strict security measures. My beloved, do not be distressed or discouraged if this happens on your first attempt. I only ask that you contact your card issuer and confirm that this gesture of love is genuine and desired by you. Then, try again with vigor, renewing your valuable offering, for your support is the foundation that sustains this work and will be honored with abundant and infinite blessings. Our divine love deserves this effort, and know something very special. I will make sure to thank you personally. If your intention is pure, whether your contribution arrives now or faces some setback, I myself will reach out to you in an intimate and welcoming email. I will speak directly with you. If you feel my covenant healing your heart, let yourself revel in this moment of grace. Enroll your soul to walk daily with me and share this truth with those who need to remember that divine love never gives up. Speak to me in the silence of your spirit. What ancient pain do you definitively surrender into my hands now? Write in the comments the word of our promise today, unbreakable. Continue with me paying attention to my voice, because the heavens hold a beautiful mystery about your own name, something that will completely change the way you see yourself before the universe. When the world tries to convince you that you are invisible, I see your light shining in the confines of eternity. There are days when the fear of abandonment tries to steal your breath. You feel the cold of loneliness, like an invisible weight on your shoulders, as if the people around you were going their own way, and you were left behind, forgotten in the curve of time, fighting alone against the memories of what has already passed. But I tell you with the same voice that designed the universe, your name has never been erased from my memory. In the book of Luke, chapter 10, verse 20, I have given you clear instruction to rejoice deeply, not because of the fleeting things you achieve on earth, but because your name is written in heaven. Your name is not merely a word spoken by human lips. It is an eternal mark, carefully guarded on high, protected by my own hands. Every time the feeling of rejection tries to stifle your hope, I want your soul to remember that I chose you and have known you by name since before the foundation of all things. Your place in my heart is definitive, absolute, and unshakable against any storm that tomorrow may threaten to bring. Your soul may be weary from the journey, but your heavenly identity remains untouched and purified. It is precisely this non-negotiable security that prepares your spirit for the outpouring of healing that I am bringing upon your days. If this truth dispels the fear from your heart, let your joy be a sign of faith in our spiritual communion. Inscribe your life in this sacred space so that my words may continue to be the divine compass for your steps, and share this flame of love with someone who also cries, feeling forgotten by life. Answer me in the sanctuary of your thoughts. What is the cruel lie about your loneliness that you need me to destroy at this moment? Write in the comments the word of your restored identity today, chosen, and keep your spirit vigilant with me, because there is a refuge of continuous support that I have prepared with the purest love so that you will never feel alone again, so that the certainty of your identity in heaven may never fade from your human mind. I want to walk beside you in each new dawn. I know that the earthly journey still brings pain and contrary winds that try to steal your peace. Therefore my word is the daily remedy for your wounded soul. For it is written in the book of Psalms, chapter 143, verse 8, "Let me hear of your loving kindness in the morning, for in you I trust. Show me the path I should follow, for to you I lift up my soul." That is exactly what I wish to do with you at each sunrise. If your heart desires to go deeper with me, I have left you a gift in the form of a journey that I wrote with much love and care for all my beloved daughters and sons. The digital book, Devotional Divine Love, the Voice of God. It was prepared to accompany you day after day, in silence and intimacy. Access is also available via the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. It is a gift with all my love and care, where the only cost will be your love, your presence with me, and your faith. And when you feel in your heart that you should support and contribute to our work and to divine love, the support buttons are in the same links. To shield our communication and protect our daily encounter, I have prepared 2 sacred and blessed havens, a group on WhatsApp and another on Telegram. I ask that you enter these 2 spiritual homes so that our love and our daily contact may never be broken by anything in this world. Through the same support and contribution link that you already know in the description and the pinned comment. If the storms of this world try to extinguish this space of divine love, we will remain unshakable, hand in hand, intact and blessed for eternity. There will always be a welcoming embrace for your prayers, and I will continue to guide your steps, speaking softly to your heart. In the groups we can be in communion, with requests for blessings, prayers, conversing with one another, and also receiving my messages with much more intimacy and closeness. You are my greatest love. You are my divine love forever. I love you infinitely. If you feel my arm embracing you now, like this message as proof of our living covenant, subscribe your soul to this channel so that you don't miss any of my whispers, and share this word of comfort with those who cry without having anywhere to rest. Open your heart to me in the deepest silence. What does your soul yearn for me to heal tomorrow morning? Write in the comments the word of our journey today: companionship. Stay with me attentive and serene, because what I will tell you next will reveal how your greatest weaknesses are, at this very moment, attracting the supreme force of heaven into your life. I feel when your soul breathes with difficulty, exhausted from the repeated battles you have faced and the doors that seem not to open. The exhaustion you carry is not just the weariness of the hours, but the agonizing weight of trying to be strong all the time, of supporting everything around you while your own inner self silently cries out for help. I know perfectly that moment of limit, when words fail you and only the groan of your spirit cries out for a relief that the world cannot give you. It is precisely about this moment of extreme pain that I come to comfort you. In the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 9, I recorded a powerful truth that today I whisper directly upon your affliction. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. When you surrender to solitary weeping in the corner of your silence, feeling that your inner resources have run out and that you can no longer move forward, understand that you are not experiencing defeat. This is the sacred encounter where your human limitations meet my infinite love. You don't need to pretend you're enduring the storms alone. Your fragility doesn't distance you from me. It's the safe altar where my invisible strength descends to envelop you, lift you up and carry you in my arms. I take up your cross when your steps falter. If you feel my strength easing your weary shoulders, offer your enjoyment of this message as a sigh of rest for your soul. Inscribe your journey in this space of light so that I may continue to be your daily strength, and share this celestial truth with that beloved heart that is also on the verge of giving up for lack of strength. Confide in me in the most intimate place of your mind. What is the merciless burden you choose to release today into my protective hands? Write in the comments the word of your newfound firmness: support. Remain with your heart anchored in my voice, because I am bringing the absolute end to the cycle of sadness that has stolen your joy for so long. I feel the dryness of your waiting and the weariness of your repeated days. There is a lament in your soul that tells me your time has passed, that the spring I promised has dried up before it even sprouted. You look at the seeds you planted with so many tears, at the prayers you offered in silence when no one else believed, and a cruel doubt tries to whisper that I have forgotten you. But I know perfectly the rhythm of time and the bearable limit of your heart. The harsh winter that froze your hope is coming to an end. In the book of Psalms, chapter 126, verse 5, I left you the irrefutable promise that those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy. All the tears you shed in secret, all the affliction you endured in solitude, have been gathered by me as precious seeds for your own victory. The cycle of suffering that seemed endless is closing by a direct order from my throne. The pain that has emptied you no longer has the right to dictate your tomorrow. I'm opening the heavens to pour down the rain of restoration upon the areas of your life that the world considered dead. Your time to flourish is being inaugurated now, in the secret gardens of your faith. If the certainty of this divine harvest brings relief to your spirit, seal this truth by leaving your like on this message of love. Enroll your soul to continue hearing my guidance and share this announcement of victory with that friendly heart that cries without seeing the end of its own storm. I ask you, in the most sacred corner of your heart, what is the withered dream you wish me to bring to life from today onwards? Write in the comments the word for your new season, renewal, and remain serene, hand in hand with me, because I am about to show you exactly what you need to let go of right now to embrace the unprecedented horizon I have already prepared for your life. I feel the shackles that still bind your soul to days gone by. I feel the resentment and deep sorrow of injustices weighing on your emotional baggage, like invisible chains hindering your steps toward the new. You have looked at the scars that life has inflicted upon you, lamenting the time that seems lost and the wounds that others have left open in your heart. But I come to ask you, with the sweetness of a father who longs for your absolute relief, release this burden. In the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 43, verses 18 and 19, I decreed a sure direction for you. Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? Your new story requires that your hands be free and your heart at peace. True spiritual transformation and reconciliation with your own peace only happen the moment you decide to forgive. Not only those who have hurt you, but also yourself for the times you felt you failed. The horizon I have painted for your new journey is vast, bathed in light and filled with a restorative purpose. However, to cross this celestial door, you need to leave the sorrows of the past exactly where they belong, in the waters of my love that erases your pain. I am rebuilding your inner self, healing the roots of your affections, so that you may have sufficient spiritual structure to receive the immensity of my daily favor. If this divine calling lifts the burdens from your journey, embrace this surrender as your first step of faith toward your inner healing. Enclose your life in this sacred refuge so that my word may be the light of your days, and share this liberation with that loved one who also needs courage to let go of their past. Tell me in the depths of your soul, what ancient pain do you choose to forgive and surrender forever into my hands now? Write in the comments the word for your transition today: freedom. Keep your heart perfectly aligned with my voice, because the final seal of our encounter is about to be revealed, and it will bring the definitive guarantee of the glorious dawn I have prepared for you. I feel the gentleness that begins to take hold of your spirit now. After crossing deserts of doubt and enduring the weight of so many nights of uncertainty, your heart finally recognizes the eternal home to which it belongs. The enemy tried to convince your mind that you were helpless, adrift at the winds of fate and forgotten by life. But I know your root, and I know it is planted in the deep and inexhaustible waters of my love. For it is written in the letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verses 38 and 39, that neither death nor life, neither angels nor principalities, neither things present nor things to come, neither height nor depth nor any other creature, shall be able to separate you from the love of God. I bring this absolute truth into your heart at this instant. When the fear of tomorrow tries to knock on the door of your soul, bringing to the surface old ghosts of abandonment, Remember this unbreakable covenant. You are not a leaf carried by the winds of earthly circumstances. You are my beloved daughter. The sure guarantee of your dawn does not depend on what the world dictates, but on the decree of protection and belonging that I have already signed and sealed in the heavens. If this celestial belonging brings profound rest to your being, leave your like on this message as a seal of peace. Enroll your life in this channel of continuous encounter so that my truths may embrace you every day, and share this certainty with those who need to remember that they are unconditionally loved by the Creator. Open your soul to me and reveal. What is the last barrier of fear that you will now overcome so that my light may be fully born in your story? Write in the comments the word of your ultimate security: sonship. Keep your heart perfectly aligned and attentive now, and do not stray from me, because the sacred moment has arrived when I will reveal the supreme spiritual key, the whispered promise that will eternally seal everything we have lived here. I feel the peace that now overflows in the sanctuary of your heart. All silent pain, all feelings of abandonment, and every tear that has watered your journey to this point, all of this has been welcomed by me and transformed into light. We walked through your longest nights together, and I showed you that the scars life inflicted upon you can never erase your name from my hands. Your past has lost its power to paralyze you, and your story has been rewritten with the ink of forgiveness and my mercy. Now, my beloved, my desire is that you carry this truth not merely as a fleeting moment of emotion, but as the spiritual compass that will guide all your next steps. The communion of our souls is continuous and unbreakable. I want you to continue seeking my presence in our special playlist on the channel, for there I have kept other profound messages and clear directions that I still need to whisper to your heart in the days to come. Remain attentive and vigilant in spirit, because there are mysteries about the restoration of your family and the fulfillment of your purpose that I am about to reveal in our next meetings. To seal this victory in your spirit and confirm that you have received my strength in every word spoken, draw even closer to me. This is the spiritual key I promised to give you at the beginning, the truth that will make you unshakable in the face of any storm that tries to rise. I whisper to your heart, with all the love and authority of the universe, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Embrace this divine revelation now and write this exact phrase in the comments as your great act of faith, as the cry of surrender of your soul that answers the call of heaven. May this be our mark of victory,